What's up, manga fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and welcome back to another review of Bleach. This week's chapter 595, Rub Those 2. So this was another one of those weird chapters. I don't know where Kubo gets his imagination or what he's thinking when he's writing some of these chapters, because this one was another weird one. That Pepe, his character design is cringeworthy, and the whole love theme and him going on about that in this chapter, it's just like he's completely and totally obsessed with love. But as I said, it was a fairly short chapter, but what's new with Bleach? And as I said, it kind of was, I'd say the way it ended was very abrupt. I actually thought this was going to be another drawn out fight, but it seems like that might not be the case. So yeah, as I said, the chapter continues with, Byakuya dealing with the zombified or love-bound, or yeah, literally love-bound Hisagi. And Pepe goes along about how all loves are sad because, all fights are sad because love is always involved. No matter what sort of love it is, marriage, parental, faith, belief, or even, attachments, it's all love, and basically no fights exist without love, which makes it sad but beautiful. So you can tell this guy, it's like his philosophy is love. Love is everything. But while he's doing that, Byakuya has already pretty much taken care of Hisagi. He's knocked him in his stomach and brought him to his knees, and he's even brought it up to his attention, saying, "Are you finished with your lecture? Because I've finished here." And he basically, kind of ridicules Pepe's, philosophy on love. It's like, you keep talking about love, but really your powers is just based on controlling people. And it's like, if all it really needs to counter that kind of power is slash the threads of the puppet that's being controlled, and then it's no longer effective. So Pepe is amused by this, calling Byakuya scary, such a tough guy, and fires his love beam thing, which goes all over the place and misses. But one of them was on its way to Byakuya, and instead of dodging it, he cuts through it. And this is where things start to go a bit, bad. I think Byakuya would have avoided this, but he does state that Pepe can only control things that have a heart, and this is when obviously it backfires on him, because Pepe says, yes, I can control things that have a heart, including your Zanpakuto, so why did you block with your Zanpakuto? And literally the blade points towards Byakuya and is just about to attack him. And Pepe even further goes on to say that the reason why he didn't steal any Bankais is because he has love to do that for him. He can steal any Zanpakuto at any time he wants just by using his love power. So this basically forces Byakuya to discard his Zanpakuto and toss it away. But unfortunately, it's taken by Hisagi, who's now being forced to get up. You see him even coughing up blood despite being severely injured. He still gets up because the love power that's controlling Hisagi forces him to basically get up. Even if he's badly damaged, he'll still force himself to get up. So Byakuya is basically being forced to go on the defensive, and he's using Hakuda to defend himself against Hisagi, who's got both his own Zanpakuto and his Zanpakuto. So now it's like he's thinking, I can't use Hakuda to defend myself against the Zanpakuto, but I also can't use Kido because I could end up killing Hisagi. So Pepe is basically, while Byakuya's distracted, he decides to use these love beam and hit him. And for some reason, Byakuya isn't affected by it, and he's able to still defend himself, which is something Pepe notices. And he says, is your heart unable to love or something? And this kind of drives him over the edge, and he says, I can't accept it. Everyone must accept my love and bend to my will. So he releases these Vollständig, and God, it was a terrible design. It just looked like a really grown-up, overweight Cupid, and wearing diapers, literally, or nappies. And he refuses Byakuya basically to not accept his love, and starts firing these love ropes into him, which holds him in place, and tells Hisagi he'll deal with him and kill him with his love, so not to. And it gets even more disgusting because he pulls out his bow and arrow out of his mouth, and then he starts screaming about now take this is ultimate, and then he gets booted out of the, out off screen by two new arrivals, and while he's finishing, he's screaming love as he's flying away. And the two people to kick him is in fact the recently zombified Rose and Kensei. So yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen now with that. The only thing I've noticed is that the marks on their faces look very similar to Szayel's clone puppets that he used back in Yaranka art, and obviously we've seen that Mayuri has, you know, kind of gone into his lab and used a lot of stuff. So I'm assuming maybe Mayuri is actually controlled them or something, or cloned them, or maybe not. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But as I said, I'd like to see what happens next week. It'd be quite amusing if, you know, Kensei and Rose actually, if they do end up fighting Byakuya or something, they end up pulling out their hollow mask and using Bankai. Now that would be something. But yeah, as I said, it was a short chapter. I'm wondering if they are in fact, you know, clones similar to the Szayel clones back in Yaranka art, or they're still the zombified ones we saw from Giselle. As I said, I'm gonna have to go back and read the chapter last week to see what their face looked like, but it definitely looks like these are similar to the Szayel clones with those markings on their face. So as I said, we'll see what happens next week. Are they here to fight Byakuya, or are they just here to take out Pepe? So yeah, that was it for this week's chapter. If you got any opinions, predictions about this one, leave it in the comment box below. And also, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content, and I'll speak to you guys next week.